And of course, we start off our show, as always, with our quotes of the day from the universe and from Abraham. Let's see what the universe and Abraham has in store for us today. First, from the universe. For your information, it really is an itty-bitty world you live in. To me, anyhow. And if you see it like that, too, just watch how your challenges shrink. Ah, the magic of a chosen perspective, huh? The universe. Ah, we love our quotes from Mike Dooley in the universe and from Abraham. I think the universe today kind of reminding us how important perspective is and how sometimes we think we are in the middle of some huge, tremendous challenge, whereas if we change our perspective, maybe it's not quite as challenging, not quite as life-threatening as we have a tendency to think they are. And that perspective is something I talk personally a lot about because our perspective really dictates a lot of our state, of how we feel, of our state of mind. And when we have a very short perspective, sometimes we do ourselves a disservice because in the short term things can seem very disempowering. They can seem very crazy. But if we can zoom out and take a bigger perspective and take more time to look over things, over the grander scheme of things, suddenly things aren't quite as serious perhaps as we once thought they were. I always like to say in my workshops, if we've all had something that's happened in our lives, perhaps 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, that at the time the event happened, it was the most awful, gut-wrenching, horrible thing that we could have imagined. But now, 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, we look back on that exact same event and we laugh. Or we talk about how it was a greatest period of growth for us in our lives. I always say, why wait 15, 20 years? Why not, reserve the judgment as to whether it's something good or bad to kind of help to get through it at the time? So perspective is extremely, extremely important. Thank you, universe. Let's see what Abraham has in store for us today, fresh from the inbox. From Abraham. Your action has nothing to do with your abundance. Your abundance is a response to your vibration. Of course, your belief is part of your vibration. So if you believe that action is part of what brings you abundance, then you've got to unravel that. Abraham. So this is one of these wonderful quotes from Abraham talking about the law of attraction and just talking about sort of our energetic state in general. And what Abraham is saying is that abundance, flow, prosperity, we, especially in the West, we have a tendency to think those are some things we have to work really hard at and we have to effort and struggle and put lots of hours in. And because that's part of our belief, then that is part of our vibration, and then we have to put that level of effort forward to really tap into the abundance that's all around us. But again, if we can shift our perspective and change our belief that abundance is sort of our natural state, that abundance is all around us, right? There's an abundance of air, right? We don't have to work hard to have enough air to breathe. We have enough air to breathe around us. Life takes care of us. Bless you, if we shift our perspective and our focus and our belief that abundance comes to us naturally without effort, then we don't need to make as much effort. And I believe what Abraham is really trying to say here is that our energetic state has a lot to do with the things we believe in. And the more we shift those beliefs, the easier we can make it on ourselves. But if we believe that things are hard, if we believe like it's going to be a struggle, if we believe like people are difficult, then things are going to be a struggle, people are going to be difficult, and it's going to be hard for us. And so it's really about sort of taking responsibility for what's happening, because based on what we believe in, that's kind of how we energetically show up, and then that dictates everything else. So you guys know, I talk about this a lot. From my perspective, and everything is energy first. It's something energetic first, and then eventually we focus upon it. We continue to reinforce it, and it gets reinforced until it becomes physical. So if we can work on the energetic side of things first, then we can avoid a lot of the mishigas that we tend to give ourselves, the craziness, the troubles that we give ourselves in the physical world. And one way, as our first quote from the universe talked about, to change that belief is merely by perspective. And it's one of the things that having lived 50 some odd years, you know, for myself personally, the more you live, the different perspective you have. And it was interesting. Someone even said to the other day how, you know, when you're young, you have a tendency to care a lot about what other people think and society and different things. And the older you get, you have a tendency to care less about what other people think, and it's more about what you think and feel. And he was saying how, like, the older the people are that he works with, the less and less they care about what other people are thinking. And he says, like, you know, 60-year-old to 70-year-old, they come in and it's like, you know, who cares what other people think? I'm here to do my work. I'm here to show up and to be who I am. And so just those extra years give us that extra perspective that help us to see what's truly important in life and what's not really that important in life. So, two wonderful quotes of the day from the universe and from Abraham, all about perspective and vibration and abundance. I hope you enjoyed them. Of course, next week we'll have two more quotes for you.